Yo, what is up guys? It is Wargaming Gaming, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about my guesses for 2018 Game of the Year. Now, 2018 we're about a quarter of the way through, and we already had some pretty good games come out. We've had Far Cry 5, God of War just came out, South Park The Fractured But Whole, Monster Hunter World, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and plenty more that I'm sure I missed that I can't think of right now. But the point being is that 2018 had some pretty notable titles come out recently, and we're only a quarter way through the year. 2018 is scheduled to have plenty and plenty of great games come out in the future. We have Spider-Man, we have Red Dead Redemption, Kingdom Hearts 3, we have a few, Detroit Become Human, um, and many more. I really can't think right now. But the point being is that 2018 is scheduled to have some pretty great titles that very well could take Game of the Year. No one knows. I've been hearing a lot of talk that Fortnite might get Game of the Year, and here's personally why I think it shouldn't. I know that it very well could just because of the popularity and how naive people can be sometimes, but I can tell you exactly why I don't think it should be. The first thing being is that it doesn't really offer much. Now I know there's a campaign, the whole PvE save the world kind of thing, but let's be honest, no one plays that. I played it and I played it really hard for about 30 hours. I have about 30 hours on that, and it got really repetitive after that 30 hours. Like there was a point where I just said, "Holy shit, this is boring." Like I'm doing the same things over and over again. So I mean, I guess you could say it does have a campaign, but it doesn't have much to offer other than a couple of quests that's really repetitive. And now we have the Battle Royale, which is obviously the most popular feature on the game. And although it is popular, it is doing really well, I must say. Tons of millions of users are playing that game daily. That doesn't make it necessarily the best game on the market. Mind you, Game of the Year is supposed to reflect the best game overall production on the market. And I don't think Fortnite even comes close to resembling that. First off, Fortnite's still in its beta. Like people constantly forget that. I find myself forgetting it quite often as well. Yeah, it's still in beta, so how can a game that's still currently in beta, that's not fully released yet, get Game of the Year? Also, the game is extremely unbalanced. It's kind of, I'm not gonna say boring, but it just doesn't tickle my fancy per se. I feel like there's so much more that could be done with Fortnite. I feel like they emphasize this, maybe the PV a little bit more and just balance the battle royale mode a lot more. Then it could be a pretty solid game, but I actually don't think it has what it takes to be Game of the Year. In my eyes, Game of the Year should be a great, like I said, overall production, story, soundtrack, graphics, most importantly, story, like I said, variety, replayability. Um, all those things have to come together to make a great overall production that has Game of the Year potential. Uh, just so you guys know, I don't know if you guys have noticed this or not, but pretty much every Game of the Year in the past how many years has been a single player game. The only exception I could think of right now is Overwatch, which is in 2016. But other than that, I think pretty much every game of the year has been a single player game, story driven game. And for good reason, because story driven games kind of. Here's the thing with story driven games and single player games in general, they have time to put all their focuses into one mode. As where games like Call of Duty per se, they have to put focuses in different modes: zombies, multiplayer, and then the campaign. It's really like once you have the ability to focus a whole studio onto one aspect of a game, which would be the single player, it just allows you to perfect production as a whole. That really does play a part. Is perfection, just overall production. Um, and also, I just think a lot of games out there are just simply better as a production than Fortnite. God of War is probably the best game I've played in a long time. I didn't finish it yet, but I'm having complete and absolute fun with this game. Everything about this game is just amazing. Like all the perfect scores it's getting are well deserved, I must say. Mind you, you still have games like Monster Hunter World, like I said. Um, you know, not Dragon Ball FighterZ, but Far Cry 5 maybe. I feel like those games are just better as games. They just are better productions, I must say. And like I said, Fortnite, I don't think I'd be able to compare to Detroit Become Human. That game looks really interesting. It looks like it has a lot of potential to be something great. You said Red Dead Redemption coming out. You still have Kingdom Hearts 3. You still have all these great games that have tons of potential behind them that I feel like Fortnite is going to be able to compete with. Now, I don't think it should come down to a popularity contest. I think it should come down to the actual quality of the game. With that being said, I just don't think Fortnite has what it takes to take that award from any other game that could be nominated. I really don't. Although it is fun, it's extremely popular, it's taking the world by storm, that doesn't make it Game of the Year at the end of the day. So with that being said, my personal picks would have to be God of War. I feel like definitely has a chance. I think it will win. If Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, that will also be a nominee. If Detroit Become Human does the way I think it will, based off of what I've seen, I feel like that's going to be nominated. I feel like Monster Hunter World might get nominated. I don't know. Maybe Red Dead Redemption 2, depending on how much time it has. I think it's getting released in October, so with that being said, it should have a lot of time. 3 months isn't enough time to really, well, 2 months, excuse me. 2 months isn't exactly the greatest amount of time to determine if a game is a game of the year or not, but something is better than nothing. So I feel like if I had to pick one game that's going to be game of the year, I feel like it should be and will be God of War. If you guys haven't played it yet, you guys really have to check it out. If you don't have a PS4, go buy one right now. If you're playing on a bum-ass Wii still, sell that shit and get a PS4 and get God of War. It will be the greatest decision you've made in your life. So yeah guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. It's your boy Gaming, guys. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever you can do to help me out, show some love. And let me know in the comment section below what you guys believe is Game of the Year, based off what you've seen and what you're anticipating, based off of, you know, what kind of criteria you use to determine Game of the Year. I want to know what you guys think will be Game of the Year. It's your boy Gaming, guys, and I'm out.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like shut